She worried about everything. What she said, what she didn't say, what tomorrow might bring, and what yesterday had already taken. The weight of what if clung to her heart like a shadow that refused to leave, even in the light. But one day, she would learn that worry never changed the outcome. It only stole the peace meant for today.
Every morning, from her heavy heart, she whispered the same words.
God, I will keep my promise to remain silent.
And then, through the stillness, his voice moved like wind through her thoughts.
God did not ask for your silence to isolate you, but to bring you closer to Him. There are people that care for you God have placed in your life to lift you. Yet this silence is sacred. It belongs only to you and God. What stands before you is a shadow meant to confuse the mind, blind the eyes, and drown out God's direction with the noise of fear. He knows your heart is weary. He feels the weight of the words you've chosen not to speak. But trust God. Silence is not punishment. It is preparation. Hold it until God's purpose in your stillness is revealed.
It was a vow born in pain, one she carried deep within. There were days she longed to confide in someone, just to hear a voice remind her that everything would be all right. But the promise to God was sacred. Silence was her sacrifice. That morning, as she folded her last garment for the cruise, a gentle whisper brushed across her thoughts, so soft it could have been the wind.
Be careful. This time is sensitive. Your thoughts can open doors we may not want open. Stay focused. God has not forgotten you. The Lord is your shepherd. You lack nothing.
She closed her eyes, breathing in peace, letting the whisper calm the storm of doubt. But as she turned to leave her room, she froze. There was an envelope on the table, a court order. It demanded she vacate her home of 20 years. Her heart sank. The whisper returned, firmer, protective.
We've been here before. Don't let fear decide for you. If you must face this, face it now. Sometimes God pulls you away from the storm so He can still it Himself. Go. Be thankful.
So she went. On her trip, she smiled. She laughed. She faced her fears with trembling courage. Each morning, she meditated, keeping her quiet conversations with God alive. Yet, as the cruise neared its end, something dark tried to return. A word surfaced in her thoughts, cold and sharp.
What happens now? And where are you going to go?
It echoed like thunder inside her chest. Panic crept near. But before it could take hold, another voice, familiar and strong, broke through.
Get out of her thoughts now. I am her God and I am in control. I rebuke you to flee now.
Her tears fell, but this time they weren't in despair. They were the sound of a battle being won. She whispered to herself.
I will not fix my eyes on what is seen in front of me, for it is temporary. I will look to what is unseen, for God is eternal.
That night, sleep would not come. Her pillow was soaked with tears as she wrestled each shadowed thought with scripture. Then, a faint knock. When she opened the door, an angel stood there, wings stretching wide with light. Come with me. He wrapped her gently in his wings and carried her through the quiet corridors to the deck of the ship. The sea was still. The sky was endlessly dark. Look, to tell you, your anxious tears are not from disbelief, but from urgency. Yet urgency without faith becomes fear. Speak what you know to be true. Suddenly, across the sky, a word appeared. Doubt, illuminated by lightning, then dissolved into the clouds. She gasped. One by one, stars began to emerge, shimmering like the eyes of God Himself watching over her. She whispered into the wind, her voice trembling but sure.
Even though I can't see you, I know you made the stars to light the darkness. You have plans for me, plans to prosper, not to harm. Forgive me for trading my peace for anxiety.
You are forgiven, and this fear have been washed away amidst the waves of this sea.
The whisper of the winds gently whispered into her ear.
You have pleased God with your commitment of silence. Now, lift your eyes toward the sea.
She turned slowly, gazing across the endless waters. The waves that once roared against her soul now shimmered with calm. In that sacred stillness, she felt it. The storm within her had been silenced. The waves of the sea commanded it present to be known. Then suddenly, God responded.
For I am your God, and I command, peace, be still. A warmth rose within her chest, spreading like light through every shadowed corner of her heart. The silence that once felt heavy now rested as peace upon her spirit. She smiled, not because the sea was calm, but because so was she. And he arose and rebuked the wind and said unto the sea, Peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. Mark 4:39.
Mixed Emotion is a collaboration of short stories solely created from imagination for entertainment purpose only. In the event these stories may reflect some incidents of reality of any person's life or situations of any institutions, is not intended but coincidental. Enjoy Mixed Emotions Short Stories by V.G.